real. So here you'll realize that we have a dodger game where all these square things will just come up from the sides, and there'll be a ready go thing, and when you hit it, you die. But if you want to make a dodger game like Cursor Chaos, and I turn the game off like this, and you'll just need a lot more obstacles, and the effect is different for that one, and you can make it for stage. And you I'll just create this status like this one. Maybe not this because I don't have this one, but anyway, the point. What I'm trying to say is we want to actually make our game better. So stage won't be enough. We want two stages, right? So the variables, delete this variable. You won't need anyway. A variable called stage number, and then just double click this. All right. So now add a start button, and I'll just draw it out first. Okay, as you can see here, I've done a really basic one, but you can make it as you want. Complicated as you want. And maybe we also add a backdrop. And I'll convert back to vector. Type in maybe like our game name. I'll just call it crazy pointer. Okay. All right. So now we want this thing to show only when it is start, and as you can see, all these red things are still spawning, and you can still control your player in whatsoever. Okay. So another thing we gotta do, go to backdrops, add a backdrop, and maybe let's just say I'll make a backdrop that is let's just say quite gray. Okay, so as you know, when we start the game, then we'll need to switch the backdrop to backdrop 1. Okay, sorry, got cut off that again. Sorry, just in case that got cut off, I said that got cut off. Okay, so as I was saying, when we start the game, we switch the backdrop to backdrop 1. Okay? That means when we start the game, we'll get this backdrop. Okay? We don't get the other one, even if we switch. Okay? So here we also actually at first make it show, because after we press the button, we want it to hide. So maybe I'll just call an event, which will also be under the when green flag clicked, and then put the forever loop. Then after that, we make it hide. Okay, note that even though that there's a when this sprite clicked, even though there's this event, we don't do this. That means even when I didn't even press green flag, I can still start the game. Okay? But then we don't want it to just hide when we start the game. So we put an if then block, and then we put touching mouse pointer. That means it's touching mouse pointer, but that isn't good enough. We also need it to click it. That means mouse down. I mean, we also can, but like this is not recommended because it's just like you just have to click and it will just disappear. So that's why we have the AND operator. So now you see I click anywhere else. I just hover over. It doesn't work. We have to click it, then it works. Alright, but then sometimes there'll be a huge glitch here, but that's only for clones. and I'll tell you in some other video. Alright? But now, we'll also want it when this happens, this one will swap to the next backdrop. So we as we have known, we can use a message to do that. I'll call it game has started. Now, when we receive the message, we swap the backdrop. Now you all should understand the code first before proceeding, because all these are getting harder. And actually, that's what you should be doing after or maybe even during every video. So yeah. But then the thing is, this already will start cloning even before I press play. So to modify this, we just take away the wait 1 second block here. No, we take away this forever loop, take away this wait 1 second block. Then we swap it, then we put the when I receive game has started. And don't forget to do the same for the other 4. Don't write in the comments or in Stack Overflow saying that I actually didn't explain it properly, or maybe I got error in my code because all these keep on cloning. But then this one, like when I press the green flag, it'll just start this. Well, you should know, right? Because only when we start the game, then we show this. But here we have to add in a hide block so that when it starts, it will just only when the game has started, it will show. I mean, you should understand that. Actually, in fact, I forgot to put a delay there. And I accidentally I will cut off first, and I will why can't getting cut off? Okay, so I was saying I'll fix this problem, and I'll just pause the recording and get them all calibrated. Okay, I've already configured it. Okay, so now you'll realize if you actually play this and then you're like, wait, what? Whoops. Actually, in fact, you have to put the scripts there about here. Well, actually, in fact, it will okay. Hold on a minute. Actually, in fact, I forgot to put this delay in the first video, so I mean the second video, so yeah. And you see now it's all running. But then the stage, it just kept on showing 0. In fact, you may actually want to add something in the backdrop that says stage number, then put a colon, and fill it maybe say white, and place it in the corner. And then I drag this variable here. Okay? So when we start the game, we don't want to show this variable because it'll look really awkward. Like, hey, what's this 0 doing here? So you may think that we'll have to do something really strange to do it. Like we have to keep on clicking this. But actually no. Variables also have a showing and hiding. So before we start the game, we hide the variable. And when we start the game, we show the variable. So see, hey, I didn't start the variable. The game. So the variable isn't there. So you see? But it's a bit awkward though. Stage 0, I mean like that's really so at the start we set the stage number to 1. Alright. And as you can see, you can actually Well, not really actually, but I suggest you watch my next video to show you a few ideas on stage, like okay, rather next few videos to show a few ideas on stages and maybe even and a stage counter and a stage I don't know and even a song added in. So stay tuned for more videos.